this video, I'm going to talk about the ways in which you can make your editing faster. I've been editing YouTube videos for about 2 years and I learned a lot of things in these 2 years. I did a lot of mistakes and now I know how to edit my videos faster. I'm going to talk about the tips and tricks I use to edit my videos faster. I learned these basic editing skills by myself. I just want to share these things with you. So any pro watching this, please don't comment saying these are like basic stuff.
You can all become a slave to this guy. I won't be a slave. If I don't give, what can I do? What will you do? I'm straight away asking you, will you shake? Hey, you're talking too much. Oh my God.
Take a look at this project. In this video project, I have not organized my files. All the files are within this one project file. In Premiere Pro, you have this project window, and in this project window, you have all these files you have imported, right?
Holy look at all this damage!
I have all these files just jumbled in one place because I was lazy to organize these files. I did a mistake in this video edit, so now I have to find the original file of few videos. Now if I go to this project window, finding these clips from this project window is a nightmare, so I can't really find my videos anymore. So now I have two options. I can just click one by one to see if I have found the video clip because I am bad at renaming these files. I don't rename. So in this case, I have to click one by one and see if I found the photo or the video I'm searching for, or I have to go back to files and import them back so that they'll get highlighted so I can just use them again.
Oh shit, here we go again.
And this is wasting a lot of time. So instead of that, we can just easily organize these files. This will take some time to create these file structures at the beginning of the edit. But once we have this organized file system, it's really easy for us to get back to these files if we really want them. So in this way, we will save some time. If you're in Premiere Pro or any other software, you have this type of a window in which you have these different panels to do different things. So in Premiere Pro, you have this editing panel in which you have this source monitor, program monitor, and this project and the timeline. I've been editing on this workspace that the Adobe is providing in default for about 2 years. But recently I learned that it's much efficient if we adjust this workspace to suit our style. For example, we have these different types of workspaces for different types of editing. For example, for color correction, audio editing, normal video editing, text-based editing, there are different types of workspaces. What I have done in my workspace is I drag this effects panel in between the source monitor and the program monitor because there's a lot of space that is not used in between this space. So I have this effects panel, so I don't have to go back to this project window and then click effects to search for effects. Now I can directly search for effects from that effects panel, which is already there. You can save this workspace as a preset in Premiere Pro. Especially if you're editing short videos, you can just use this program monitor into this side and you can create a large window to view the short videos in a larger way. Because if you just keep it in a simple way, your short video will be very small because it is in a 9 by 16 aspect ratio. It will be much easier if you have this by side. So edit your workspaces, it will save some time. I have created a few videos about these editing tips and tricks and the editing shortcuts that you can use for Premiere Pro. If you're using Premiere Pro, check those videos out. Links for those videos will be in the description and it will be somewhere I can't remember. The most common shortcuts are for cutting and ripple delete, and also you can use these different shortcuts for zooming in and out in the program monitor. If you're using Premiere Pro, you know that you have to go through these different values to get to the value of zoom you need to view different things larger. Instead of that, you can assign this zoom in and zoom out to through keys in the keyboard by using keyboard shortcuts. So you can just easily go through this. You don't have to go and select these different values. It's much easier, it saves some time. And also you can use the L key in the keyboard to play back faster. For example, if you have a long edit and you need to check if you have done any mistakes or not, if you press L, it will be playing back in a normal speed. If you press L again, it will be playing back in a faster speed. It will be playing back in 2x speed. So now you can view these videos faster, so you save some time in playing back these videos. And now, this is one of the most controversial topics in video editing, I think, because this is using AI. Even I have created a video about the AI tools that you can use as a video creator to create good looking videos, quality videos, and also save some time. And if you're against using this AI, you are already using AI in your editing program. For example, if you're using Premiere Pro and if you use this text-based editing, this text-based editing is kind of an AI. I can use these different plugins for Premiere like Silence Remover, AutoCut.fr to create jump cuts for my videos because usually I spend about 2-3 hours creating these different jump cuts. But now when you use these AI tools, I can create these jump cuts within 2-3 minutes, and they're not perfect, but still I can edit those. It'll be taking about 1 hour for me to create all these jump cuts. But earlier, when I have a video like this one, I'll be taking about 2-3 hours, sometimes 4-5 hours for even to create these jump cuts. So try to use these different AI tools for your editing workflow so you can make it even faster. When I was starting out editing videos, I used to create a lot of effects for my videos, but I didn't know how to use this as presets, so I will just keep on creating the same effect again and again, and I'll spend about 2-3 hours creating these effects only. But using these presets and templates saves a lot of time. You can create presets and templates from these different text, animations, different effects that you use. When you're editing videos, if you create a good looking effect for your videos, just save it as a preset. So in this way, we can save a lot of time. And not only that, we can also create different text animations for our videos and save this as templates. So we don't have to create them again and again. When you are editing videos, don't waste your time playing back these videos again and again. The main example of this is, I have created this video for about 1 minute, a cinematic video of my desk setup. And I have done this a lot of time that when we are going through an edit, I just add one effect, go back to beginning, play back, and then I add one more effect, go back to the beginning, and then play back again. And also there's a psychological aspect in this, because when you are playing back these videos again and again, we feel that this video looks good. For example, when I edit these videos, I add some transitions for these videos by masking. And at the beginning, this looked terrible. But what I did was, I was just playing back again and again. And after I play back these videos for about 10 times, I start to realize that these effects really look good, but they don't really look good. I mean, when we're editing these videos, we have to think about these things from the perspective of the viewer. Because if you're just creating an effect, and if you just play back 10 times, and then if you feel like these effects are really good, but if you just show that same video to someone else, they might say that that effect doesn't look good. But we feel like it looks good because we are just weaving it again and again. Just try to weave it in one go, and if it looks good, then it's cool. You can use markers to specify the regions of the edit, if like the intro, the middle part, the different things, so that you have an idea about the different regions of the video. So if you really want to play back these videos, you can just go to the beginning of a certain section and then play back. So these are the ways that we can use as a beginner to make our editing faster. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and